The following is a special presentation of the First Horizon Green Sports Zone. This is the Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show.
Welcome back to First Horizon's Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show, where we cover everything on the Tundra with the North Greene Huskies football team. We'll recap the Week 1 matchup here on the Tundra with Chuckey-Doak, and we'll preview this week's matchup with another county foe in West Greene and Malsheim. But first, before we do that, we need to get a quick word in from our sponsors first, so we'll be right back after a message from them here on First Horizon's Green Sports Zone.
The Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show is brought to you by Gateway Ford Nissan, Tommy's Plumbing, and by Baileyton Drug Company.
Welcome back to First Horizon's Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show, where we cover everything on the Tundra with the North Greene Huskies football team. As always, I'm joined here with North Greene head coach Eric Tilson. Coach, how's it going?
It's going.
Good to be back at the round table.
It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. Disclaimer this week. Hey, I'm not holding a mic.
How about that? We got new mics.
I got new mics, finally. You see mine clipped on here to the necklace. You're one of the only coaches that loves that magnet, but it's a very unique thing about these mics that not many people know about.
Oh, yeah, I got a little magnet. I don't like it up here.
On your collar.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear necklaces or anything. I can't see anything around my neck.
Right. I like sometimes whenever you have this one I leave unbuttoned, but whenever you pull the other button up, you can put it in between right there. I like doing that sometimes. But anyway, you were here on the Tundra this past Friday night. We opened up the season here in Baileyton. Unfortunately, resulted in a 60-27 loss to Chuckey-Doak. Take me through Friday night's action.
Well, it's good to get live action out here. It was an exciting game, but results weren't quite what we were wanting, and that happens sometimes when you play against a good football team and make too many mistakes, especially defensively, and give advantage to some really good running backs. And it wasn't just one of them, it was like four of them. So give him advantages to run, they start getting downhill, then it becomes really hard to tackle. So we've kind of shed some light on stuff that we need to fix, which is, again, a good reason why to play these games early. Keep going back to a quote, I think it was Giannis that said it, about losing being a failure, and it's like it only becomes a failure when like you quit or you don't learn anything from your losses, because a loss is a loss. There has to be a winner and a loser, and it was one of those games where like we've got a lot of stuff to learn, and we can either improve from it and get better throughout the entire year and set us up for the goals that we have within our region, or we can accept this as a failure and not get better from it. So I know what I'm going to choose and lead our team to get better throughout the year, because we've got a lot of glaring holes that we need to fix.
And a lot of those glaring holes, I would say, may have been on defense, because the offense looked really good. 377 total yards of offense. And I believe at halftime you go into the locker room with more total yards than Chuckey-Doak, but just not on the scoreboard.
That sounds surprising. Didn't feel like it. Again,
it does make sense, though, because your kickoff return yards don't count towards those total yards.
That was a big play, and that was one thing we pride ourselves on, special teams. And they made a big play. They made a great block. I don't know who 24 is.
Marcus Britt.
My goodness, he made a block at the point of attack on that kickoff, and it sprung it. So. And that kind of goes, it's like one of those teach tapes where you're like, hey, guys, this is the type of effort that we need to have on our special teams. And because that's an unsung type of play. As an opposing coach, I'll call it out.
Yeah.
Say that type of play right there will win you some ball games. A block on a front line of the special teams. So as a special teams guy, that excites me. But now I want to see us learn from that and move on and fix it, and that way we can have some success special teams wise, get some stuff fixed.
And talking about learning too, you learn a lot in your losses, and the good news is it's only week 1. More good news is it's not a region opponent.
Yep.
So you can fix those things going forward. Allowed 464 total yards and 60 points on defense, and I know defense will be one thing you look to improve on this week. What are some of the things on defense that you need to improve going forward?
Just learning the basics of leverage and alignment and understanding like how everything fits together, and playing a bunch of young kids. Don't have a whole lot of varsity football experience, and you can get away with stuff in middle school and JV, and all of a sudden you get to varsity level and
it don't work.
It don't work anymore. So, and just understanding like the basics work at every single level. So if you leverage properly, you tackle correctly, you tackle with your shoulder pads correctly, then you set yourself up in a good position. But if you don't do those things, good teams are going to take advantage of it. So that's the major difference of what some of our guys need to learn. And this is bad stat, but every year I've been here, we've had some great years. Last few years, we've never won the first game since I've been here. So it's we typically start off pretty tough opponent every year. So, and we tend to learn from it. So I'd like to continue that trend at least.
And you still do a great job on offense. And Jared Swatzel gets, I believe, his second career start.
Second start, yeah.
First was at Jellicoe last year, and he's one of the many new starters at the quarterback position in the county this year, and he still had a good night overall. 13 for 27 passing, 210 passing yards with 3 touchdowns. How did you like Jared's performance on Friday?
He did exactly what we asked him to. He made some great reads. He scored twice on RPOs just because he made the right read. One interception he threw was an RPO, and they had played man over top of the safety, and we didn't realize it fast enough. So there's literally safety hanging over top of it. So he made the right read. Then he's got a guy in his face, tries to throw it, and then that's where that pick. So we made an adjustment to help him out. So that interception wasn't even on him. So made some really good reads there, and trying to get the ball out into our playmakers' hands. And Matt Boyd showed out, Parker showed out, and then kind of spread the ball around in terms of touches wise. And then of course our thoroughbred in the backfield, Leon played extremely well. So a lot of good insights there. But again, it is not just a one-phase game; it's a 3-phase game. So it all works tandem together.
Those 3 touchdowns going to Matthew Boyd, Parker Collins, and Levi Gray. And speaking of Leon Johnson, another great night rushing. One of the better nights I believe we've seen from a North Greene running back. Obviously, I don't know the statistics for single game totals or whatever, but 156 yards should be somewhere
pretty high
around that list. Yeah, 24 rushes, 156 yards, and a touchdown. I don't have the defensive statistics, but I'm sure Leon had another tremendous night.
He had over 10 tackles.
And that's exactly what I anticipate from a game from Leon Johnson. So, I mean, Leon, once again, we knew was going to be a leader coming into the season. Right away, game 1, another great game.
Yep. That's he did exactly what we expected him to do, and that's the process you want to see out of a senior, and then start helping those younger guys come along, and then to start all coming together. And one thing I'll give our kids credit for is every year I've been here is we improve throughout the entire year. So just because what you see on game 1 is not what you're necessarily going to get towards game 3, 4, 5, and 6. So.
Well, makes sense. We've lost every game 1, but we've been in the playoffs every year. So as you see, a lot of improvement is always made. And you speak about improvement. Man, Matthew Boyd's made a lot of improvement too. I think maybe not myself, but somebody at the station in the office coined him as a breakout player this year. First game, 8 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Big 59-yard reception touchdown right after the kickoff return touchdown. So what did you like out of Matthew on Friday?
He does everything that we asked him to do. Like he knew going into the year that we were going to rely heavily on him. He's an extension of our run game, like getting the ball out to him space on our screens. He can stretch the field vertically, and then he sets up the other touchdowns too, because now, like I said, Parker's touchdown came from because they started manning Matt at number 3, and then we run a flash fake him towards the sideline. Safety goes inside, and we're running Parker right inside of it. So he's doing a lot for us, and some of it's not even being seen by everybody else. So it's not just the 8 catches for 101 yards, which is great because it means he's doing what he's supposed to there, but it's the other plays that are setting other stuff up.
Right, and we can go back to say that same thing about Leon Johnson too. Whenever you suck in so much on defense, keying on him, that opens up that passing game. But Week 1 out of the way now, you roll into week 2, another county game. Seems like a recurring theme here in the early part of the season.
Yeah, so it makes it very tough.
It does make it very tough, but it's always a warm-up for the region schedule. We'll go ahead and talk about the West Greene game in the back half, week 2 on the range in Malsheim versus the West Greene Buffaloes. We'll talk about that right after this quick break here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.
Welcome to Baileyton Drug Company. Your wellness, your family, your hometown pharmacy. That's Baileyton Drug Company. From prescriptions and everyday wellness needs to convenient drive-through service, we're here to make taking care of your family easier. We offer on-site testing for COVID, flu, RSV, and strep with prescription treatment options available and when appropriate. Baileyton Drug Company, 515 Van Hill Road. You're a neighbor, not a number.
Hey folks, it's Gateway Ford in Greenville. Right now, everyone gets Ford employee pricing. The same deal Ford employees get. No games, no negotiation. Save maximum green in Greenville today at Gateway Ford on Highway 11 East or at gatewayfordgreenville.com. Save some green in Greenville at Gateway Nissan, carrying on a 55-year tradition of doing business your way. Save thousands on Sentra, Rogue, Frontier, and more. Take the short drive to Gateway Nissan in Greenville or online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
For over 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has been serving the Tri-Cities with a personal touch because we're not just plumbers, we're family. From simple faucet fixes to major plumbing repiping, we have the expertise to get it done right. We also specialize in water heater and tankless water heater installations, helping you find the perfect fit. Our technicians stand behind their work and leave your space spotless. Need a plumber who's fast, professional, and reliable? Call Tommy's Plumbing and let our family take care of yours.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show, where we cover everything on the Tundra with the North Greene Huskies football team. As always, I'm joined here with Huskies head coach Eric Tilson. Not on the Tundra this week, instead on the range.
Yeah.
Traveling to Malsheim to play the West Greene Buffaloes. 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night. What are you expecting when you take the field opposite of the Buffs?
Oh my goodness, have they changed the culture already?
A lot.
Cosby is supposed to be really good this year, and they're expecting a lot of good things down there this year, and they showed that Friday. And then the fact that West Greene took them right down to the wire and really competed in that game kind of shows how much improvement they've had from just 1 year to the next. So a lot of credit to that staff and those kids for improving that fast and that quickly. So that forces us to really be on top of what we're doing. And so it's going to be a great challenge for us, and really hoping that we come out and execute, because we're going to have to go out and execute this week.
And it was a quote that I'll steal from West Greene head coach Caleb Slover. He said, I said, your team is very new, a lot of newness around. Everything's new to him. Everything in this game will feel pretty new. I mean, new quarterback on both sides. Almost every offensive lineman for you is new. Mm-hmm. New culture over there on West Greene's side. Oh my goodness, we forgot to mention new uniforms on your side. I know you probably won't wear the blacks this week, but you did have the black. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But a lot of newness around both programs, and it will feel like a completely different game just because there's so much that's new around both programs. So what's that feeling like going into the game, facing a new head coach for the first time with a new system, new players, new culture, also while you're coaching a new set of players?
Listen, we're just trying to keep things in a road right now. So it's just literally taking it 1 week at a time and trying to improve from 1 week to the next. And when you're dealing with high school teenagers, you got to focus it 1 day at a time and not look past the bigger picture. At the end of the day, this is a high school football game. We're just trying to go out and execute our stuff regardless of who the opponent is, and they just happen to be the next guy on the schedule, because we start getting into about who is across from us, new guys here, new guys there. You start to speculate on things, and it never works out. So it's because it's more about what you do, and we tell our kids all the time that more games in football is lost more than it is won. So it's more about preventable mistakes than it is about going out and trying to beat your opponent. First key is if you win within yourself, you give yourself a better shot of going out and going to win. So like on our case, making sure we're leveraging correctly, make sure we refrain from penalties, make sure we're doing what we're supposed to on special teams, make sure we keep ourselves out of situations, because even last Friday night we found ourselves a couple drives there on offense. We're behind the sticks early, and we've got to take ourselves out of those situations if we're going to give ourselves a shot towards the end of the game.
Expect the unexpected when dealing with high school teenagers.
Yes.
Coach Buchanan has a Bible verse in his office up there that says something about not worried about tomorrow. I was trying to look it up. I can't remember what it is. But going into this game also, what are you expecting from West Greene's offense?
Well, they got a very good skill set, and they kind of showed out because they scored a lot of points on Friday, and they scored early, they scored late, they scored about any time they could there. So we've got to be prepared defensively. So got to be able to go tackle, because now we go from a stable of running backs to now an entire backfield of kids that can run. So we've got our hands full this week.
And defensively also, I know that West Greene's got a lot of things new on offense. I haven't seen West Greene much on defense this year, if anything's new there. So what do you expect West Greene to do on defense to try to stop your attack?
Well, Cosby's got a very similar style of attack to us, and West Greene gave them fits for most part of the game. I know Cosby scored on miraculous Hail Mary. So
yeah.
That was one of the more impressive plays I have ever seen.
I've yet to see it yet.
You need to watch it, because that ball traveled like 65 yards in the air. Yes.
Wow. I knew it was like a 59-yard it was something crazy.
He rolled to his left, off-balance throw, and slung it, and it's in the air to the back of the end zone. He's standing on the 45-yard line.
Wow.
So you give a team like that fits, and they have to score on a play like that and do a lot of stuff like that to win the ball game, you're doing something right defensively.
And then going into this game also, hey, you've got 3 keys to the game that you need to carry out in order to be successful and pick up a win on Friday night on the road over the Buffs. What are your 3 keys to the game?
Those things don't change. You got to have great effort, great tackling, and
playmakers got to make plays. Listen, when it comes to the 3 keys to the game, I can recite them with you. You know one thing I can't recite, but I will recite every week from now on. It's my favorite segment. Hopefully everybody's favorite segment. Question of the week. We're flipping sports this time. It's not basketball season yet, but we're going from football to basketball.
Basketball now.
Looking a little bit ahead into the future.
You know I was a wrestler, right?
You were a wrestler?
I wrestled, yes.
Okay.
So
I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, so not wrestling, actual wrestling.
Wrestling, yes. Like amateur wrestling?
Yes, like high school wrestling, yeah.
Into basketball, who is the GOAT, MJ or LeBron?
So you limiting me here.
That's been the question of the week is a burning topic through American culture throughout the last few years. That has been the burning topic for about the last 10 years. Do you want to include others?
I mean, you can have a whole list of people.
Elaborate.
You got Magic Johnson, you got Larry Bird, Pistol Pete Maravich, Dr. James Naismith, the innovator of basketball. But it all comes down to it's got to be Michael Jordan.
Okay. And there we go. For the first time, we're in question 2 of question 2, week 2 of question of the week. We have our first sweep. All 5 Michael Jordans. So I anticipated this would be Michael Jordan, but sometimes you have different answers. I think if you ask another coach on the North Greene staff, you might get a different answer. I feel like Matt Weems is a LeBron James guy.
I don't know, but
he's a North Carolina guy, though.
Not everybody can be right all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's a good quote. Yeah. Not everybody can be right all the time. That's okay. Sometimes you're left.
Sometimes you're left, yep.
But if you can't make it down to the range this week for North Greene's game with West Greene, it will be broadcasted on the radio, not on Green Sports Zone this week. You can listen to it on 103.1 FM WIKQ with Brian State and the coach, Barry Carter, on the call. Pre-game show starts at 6 o'clock with kickoff at 7 o'clock on the range. But, hey, I mean, we encourage you to listen on our airwaves. But if you can't,
just come in person.
Yes, we always encourage you to make your way down to Malsheim and enjoy a game between the Huskies and the Buffaloes Friday night at 7 o'clock on the range. Coach, unless there's anything else you've got to add, that's all I got for you.
That's all I got.
All right, that's all I got. Good question of the week this week. I thought you were going to throw me for a loop.
No, I was.
Give me a wild card answer.
No, it's got to be Jordan. We were looking at clutch shots the other day.
Oh, were you?
Like like what they defined as like within a minute, down by 2, at least 1 or 2 scores, and like Jordan's almost perfect in those big situations. Did you know he never got to a Game 7 in the finals?
I knew that. He only got eliminated once after, was that 1989? And it was because he came back late in the season.
So does
A lot of debate around that one, too. A lot of people still believe if he made it to the championship, the Rockets would have still won. A lot of debate around that. A lot of debate. But we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Could Jordan...
Does that put Scotty in the running for...
Yeah, like top 30, top 35. A lot of good players in the history of basketball, man. A lot of good players.
Listen, all I know is I lived through it.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, everybody in the entire country had a Michael Jordan jersey.
Did you have one?
Literally, yes.
Okay.
Everybody. I was a Bulls fan growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cool.
it's like everybody was a Bulls fan. Everybody had a Jordan jersey. You could go, like, overseas and everybody knew who Michael Jordan was.
And that's so rare to hear because nowadays people hate LeBron James, people hate Tom Brady, people hate most of what's considered the best athletes in their relative sport.
That's just because they're jealous.
Maybe. I'm a baseball guy. You don't see many Shohei Ohtani haters.
No.
He's a pretty likable guy. I need to learn how to speak Japanese. That'd be a cool language to speak.
That would be a cool language.
You know what's also cool? Sign language. Hey.
Yeah. How about
How's that coming along?
We're actually contacted a company about coming to. They got like this resource where they're coming to actually teach any of our players who want to do it and our coaching staff maybe once a week or something like that. I forget the name of it. I just called them yesterday, but they saw our interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick.
And they said they wanted to help. So we are slowly learning. So I can finger spell. So I basically I got to spell everything out. I am very slow, but Coach Vaughn and Thomas Darnell they picked it up. They're having full-fledged conversations out there.
Awesome.
So it's been interesting. So we're doing our best. So that's been fun. That's what high school sports is about, is stuff like that, trying to find ways to make things work and give opportunities for kids that would normally never have the opportunity. So we're excited about that.
And one last thing before I forget, I said we needed to talk about it, and I almost forgot on the second half. You debuted new black jerseys on Friday night. How cool was that reaction in the locker room and for the kids to wear something new, because you have the new helmets last year, now you introduced new jerseys. How cool was that moment?
Well, that's one thing. We have a philosophy of, like, we make the big time where we are. So we try to treat our program like it's a big time Division I college football program. So we try to do things within our margin and within our budget so our kids can have some excitement. So at least once in their career, they feel like they were taken care of and they feel like they're part of a big time program. That was one thing we wanted to do. We had those jerseys, bought them towards the end of the year last year. We hid them in boxes the whole time, didn't tell them about them. So that way they had something exciting. They got surprised by something. So that's a memory they'll have forever now. So just that shocked. And it was nice to see that. And unfortunately, I had to miss it. Oh. Because they called me over for the officials meeting, the administrators meeting, and I was like, no, I guess I don't get to see their faces. Luckily, one of our coaches videotaped it and their reaction, so it was really good to see that. And now we've got multiple combinations we can wear now, so and that's a kind of pretty cool deal. I know it's been probably about 10 years since they've had black uniforms.
So really, North Greene's had black before?
Back when Coach Moran was here.
Okay.
At least from what I remember, because I remember recruiting a couple kids from here, and their film they had black uniforms.
Okay.
So it's been a while, but now we got 3 jersey combinations. We got 2 sets of helmets, not literal 2 sets of helmets.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little skin that goes over top of it, and then we got multiple pairs of pants. We could technically go throughout the entire season and not wear the same combination twice.
That could be a goal.
That could
be a hard goal, though. I hear those little skin caps are hard to take off and put on.
Yes, so you put them on once.
You might have to do half the season in one and half the season in the other. That way you don't have to keep putting them on and off.
They're a pain in the rear end to put on. A couple other schools gave me some hints about it. If you just put them in the dryer for a little bit, then they just kind of slide on. Yeah, they slide right on.
Hopefully this isn't the last time we see the black uniforms, right?
What's that?
Won't. Hopefully this isn't the last time we see them.
Listen, coaches are superstitious sometimes. Like you get beat in a jersey, and sometimes, but no, this won't. Then kids will force me to wear it at some point.
Can you wear dark colors on the road?
No. Well, unless the home team agrees to wear white.
Okay. Right, that did happen last year with Cloudland.
We did a whiteout game. So.
I was going to say you could do that Halloween week because you got dark uniforms, but you will be on the road this year, I believe, with Unaka. Yep. So, yeah. Dark mode was cool.
Dark mode. I get a black skin here, get black pants, go all black.
Hey, kids could get their own black cleats, black socks.
Go all
You'd be
dark
full
mode.
blackout, yeah. Coach, that's all we got this week. Once again, appreciate you sitting down with me. Powered by White Monster.
We're talking about black, and you got a White Monster. So
there we go. You got a black shirt on.
I do have a black shirt on.
There we go.
A lot of black in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
My wife hates it, but
2 black phone cases.
Yeah.
Black's just a very neutral color. You can wear it with anything.
Anything.
Yep. That's why I like it too. That's all we got this week. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company Eric Tilson Show. Look forward to seeing you next time here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.